across all your major funds. Financial cash reserve position.
The unfortunate thing with the enterprise funds, especially utilities, is we've raised the rates to get to the point where we're getting above water. You have to keep on that. You have to constantly look at those into the future. If we just say we're good and we don't raise rates again for another 10 years, we're gonna be in the same situation that the city was in, several years ago.
I think I may do this every year, but page 36, I think, is the simplest thing for you to, for a 36 of the financial statement of this book here, 36. We take a great deal of time looking at this and review the financials with your finance committee. The first 4 lines of this, on page 36 at the top, really tell the story. You can skip the liquor fund and go right to electric. Customers pay us just under 1.8 million. We pay vendors and employees 196,253. It generates $338,000. That money's there to pay debt or to put into CapEx. Okay, that's the key to all these funds, is that 4th line. Well, as you go across, your water and sewer funds, those 318 and 212s, they weren't there before. They were, some years negative, they were small numbers. You just look at last year in total, we were at 780, we're now at 864. So you got a sewer fund now generating almost $213,000 in cash just from running its operation. Yeah, it's got to pay a lot of debt with it, but, and then the water fund's got 318. So yeah, it's got debt service, but it's got good, solid cash flows now. That's a big change. Now, if someone comes along, as I was mentioned before, and says in the water fund, we got a $320,000 improvement this year we need to do, well, you can't do it with this cash flow because you got to pay debt with it. So now you got to go out and bond again. So it really comes down to going forward, you just hopefully don't have a lot of CapEx needs in water and sewer going forward, which you took care of a lot of it. If you didn't, it's a little more difficult. This is great cash flow, but it can't be used for CapEx. It's got to be paid for use under step now.
Oh, when the highway, the street goes through, then we'll have more sewer and water.
Yeah, I haven't seen those numbers. Some of that is GO, is some of that being, is there special assessments on the street side? And,
Yeah.
you have to take a look at that, no question.
Let's get back up our numbers a little bit too, because we get paid back on a few things.
That's why we're doing a rate study.
So yeah, so what happens is, new bond, we have this great cash flow, new bond causes more need, rates have to go up. That's what this, so, that's why they say there's a rate study, is that this is fine, or the current debt scenario, but if you got more debt related to future CapEx and water and sewer, how's it gonna work? So. And for those of you that weren't on the council around the flood time, these numbers up here were, this cash flow, there was no cash flow. There was no number, the first line came down so rapidly that I think we even had some, and you can't run an enterprise fund with no cash flow, and they were running really, really either low or a little bit. That's what was generating all those huge advances due to other funds. And was that helpful, looking at that cash flow? I think it makes it a little easier to.
Anybody else? No other questions? Thank you very much for your time. Thanks for coming down. Alright, now let's go back to 5, notices, communications, and announcements. 5A, notification from MediaCom regarding channel changes in fees and charges.